Welcome to the three-part series, Get Booked on More Podcasts. I'm Angel Tuccy. I am your media matchmaker and the founder of the Need a Guest Facebook group, where every single day we are matching up our clients, helping them to get booked on more podcasts. And I'm going to teach you today the third part in our system and strategy for how to get booked on more podcasts every single week, with the goal of getting booked on 2 podcasts a week to get you in front of 100 fresh new audiences. Remember, the number one struggle that most entrepreneurs have is not speaking to enough qualified leads. And yet every single day, there are hundreds, if not thousands of opportunities for you to share your message out in the world on a brand new podcast. I don't want you to think you have to do a lot of podcasts, right? To go and get on 10 podcasts a week in order to create the results you're looking for. Our proven system and what we've discovered over the last 4 years is that 2 podcasts a week, it puts you in front of 100 fresh new audiences. So think about all the things that you're doing now to create visibility, to create traffic, to attract more leads, to build your following. Leveraging podcasting is the fastest way and the most profitable way in order to grow your business. We realized that as we were building the Need a Guest group, we got the group to 10,000 members. It took over 2.5 years to do that, or about 2.5 years to do that. And once we really put our focus and attention and energy on focusing on podcasting and growing that group and elevating and developing that group, we doubled in size in the next 6 months. And so we poured all of our efforts, we're pouring all of our efforts and energies into the podcasting world, helping people become guests on podcasts because of all the opportunity, the availability, the exposure, the profitability, everything that is built in to being a podcast guest. And so during this 3-part series, we've been walking you through the strategy and system that we use to take our clients through to get them booked on 2 podcasts every single week. The first one talking about the method, reaching out to people, how to reach out to people, where to find them. In the second part of this series, we talked about your offer, the difference between an offer and a pitch, right? Making them an offer so good they can't say no to. It's more than just pitching your idea, your concept to them, but it's really finding a way to add value to that podcast host. And now in this third part, this final part of the series, we want to talk about volume, right? How much volume it takes to get booked on podcasts every single week, right? And once you've got the right method, once you've tapped into your method, once you have that irresistible offer, the final piece of the puzzle is volume. And here's the thing, all things being equal, the more volume you do, the more results you'll get. You want to get, more muscle, you got to work out more, right? You got to lift more, you got to do more. Anything that you want to get better at, you've got to just do more of. So if you want to get on more podcasts, we need to reach out to more people who have podcasts. Here's the thing when it comes to volume and small businesses and really life in general, is a lot of times we'll do something and think that thing doesn't work, right? You start something, dieting doesn't work, working out doesn't work, whatever, right? It doesn't work. And mostly it's because the reason it doesn't pay off is because we underestimate the amount of volume it actually takes to be a success. Like, our expectations are skewed. We don't realize how much it really takes, how long it's going to take to grow our business, how long it's going to take to be profitable, how long it's going to take, how many people we need to talk to in order to get enough clients to grow our business. And so the first thing is, right, is our expectations. The second element of, and the reason efforts don't pay off, is we don't do enough of the volume that it takes to get the results we're looking for. So we underestimate how much it's going to take. Therefore, we're not doing enough. We give up, right? We send out 5 emails and okay, that didn't work. We send out, we do a couple of sales calls. I didn't get enough. I do a couple of speaking gigs. I used to travel as a public speaker, and I tell people the reason I was a success at public speaking wasn't because I was a better speaker. There are way, way, way better speakers than I am. But the result, or the secret to my success, was I did more. I spoke every single week. I didn't just do it once or twice and give up. I was traveling every single week as a speaker, showing up to conferences, showing up somewhere. I was traveling. I was paying for my own travel. I did it on my own dime. I paid for stages. I paid for expo workshops. I paid for printing. And I just kept doing more. And it was really the result of doing more that got me booked every single week on a stage, and now getting me booked every single week on 2 podcasts. So we typically just don't do enough. Number one, we underestimate how much it's going to take. And then we just don't do enough. And then the third reason most efforts don't pay off is we give up, right? We just give up too soon. We stop doing the thing before it has a chance to really take off and work. It takes a lot of fuel to get an engine off the ground. It takes a lot of momentum and consistency. But what do we typically do as business owners? We try something and then we stop, right? I need to take a break. I'm overwhelmed. I can't continue. So we stop. Or I tried this method and I didn't get the results, so I stopped. Or I tried this title or this topic or this program and I didn't get. And so we're constantly, this was the other thing I would see when I was traveling, is I would show up to an event where we're all speaking the next day, and a lot of the speakers would be working on their PowerPoint presentation the night before, trying to figure out what are they going to sell, right? What are they going to say? What are they going to sell? And they never got a chance. My speaker coach told me you have to do 100 talks, right? Your first 100 talks are practice. So think about this. Your first 100 podcasts, practice, right? Get good at it. Leverage those first 100 podcasts so that you can get really good at it. So there's your volume, right? Instead of starting something new and keeping to start something new, what if we just made what we were doing better and we did more of it, right? So if we can reverse the concept of reducing the efforts, we know that our efforts will pay off, right? When we know how much volume we need to create the results we're looking for. So we need to figure out how much volume it takes to get the result you're looking for. Number one. Number two, we actually have to do the amount of volume, the amount of outreach it takes to create the results we're looking for. So number one, we've got to figure out how many people do we need to reach out to in order to get booked on two podcasts a week. And then number two, we actually need to go out and reach out to that many people in order to get booked on 2 podcasts a week. And then three, we continue to do the work until we get the result we're looking for. Like, we don't give up. We keep doing it. When it comes to building a successful 6 and 7-figure business, we need to focus on one method, one client for 1 year, right? One program, like do 100 podcasts for 1 year with one message, talking to one core audience, right? If you can do that for an entire year, your business will scale to 6 and then 7 figures, depending on where you're starting from, right? Stay focused, stay in your lane, and do it until you hit 100 podcasts, right? The reason we want to get you booked on 100 podcasts is the numbers work. For the goals that most of our clients have, as far as their audience reach, their client attraction, and all of that, 100 podcasts is the number that gives us the goal, the results that we're looking for. So if our goal is to get you booked on 100 podcasts in the next 12 months, it is to help you. Your business will grow faster, right? Your business will grow, your audience will grow, your leads will grow, your opt-ins will grow, right? But in order to get you booked, we need to determine the number of podcasters that we need to reach out to in order to hit our goal. So if we go into the Need a Guest Facebook group and we start commenting, and we comment on 10 podcast requests and we get booked on 1 podcast, then we know that in order to get booked on 2, that we need to do 20 comments. We need to reach out to 20 podcasters in order to get booked on 2 podcasts. So the first thing you need to do is just start tracking, right? How many podcasts did I get booked on this week? And how many people did I reach out to in order to get booked on 2? So know your numbers, right? Start tracking your numbers. And then once we've got our average, then we know we need to start reaching out every single week to 20 podcasters so that we can get booked. And we don't give up until we hit the goal that we're looking for. So keep track, right? And keep a Google spreadsheet with all the people you've reached out to. Update the status, right? I reached out, they accepted it, and I booked it, right? Move them along so that you can start to keep track. every single week. You can't measure what you don't track. And if we aren't staying on top of this, we're going to fall below the line. And so inside of our team, we use a variety of outreach. We do a variety of volume in order to get our guests booked every single week. We have dozens of podcasts, right, that we need to book every single week. And so we know these are the numbers we need to be reaching out to. This is how many brand new podcasters we need to be adding into our directory and to our inventory. This is how many we need to reach out to. Like, we've got the system all dialed in, and that's what we teach inside of Media Firestorm. Not only do we teach you how to do it, but we give you access to our entire podcast inventory and our directory so that you have those 100 podcasts, right, that you're going to get booked on in that first year. Stress testing your system, making sure your message is lined in, your dream audience, your ideal avatar, the number of opt-ins that you're getting, the number of sales calls that you're doing, like the whole thing is completely tracked. We got the data, we stress test it, we take it out on the road and pour as much fuel on it by getting you booked on as many podcasts in that first 90 days so that you can create the momentum and the consistency that you need to become the number one authority in your niche and get booked on more podcasts. If this was helpful, you'd love to work with our team to help you manage your podcast guesting, to help train you up as a quality guest, help you to be that number one, to put offers together, to make sure that your core offer, your lead magnet, everything's all buttoned up and dialed in. Make sure you schedule a call with somebody on our team and join our Media Firestorm program. In the meantime, go to Need a Guest, find your podcast guests or podcast host requests, make them an offer they can't refuse, and just do more. I can't wait to see you. Congratulations on getting booked on more podcasts. I'm Angel Tuccy. I am your media matchmaker. You can find me at needaguest.com. And again, reach out to us if Media Firestorm sounds like a great fit for helping you to get booked on more podcasts this year. Cheers.